Okay, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go too.
Did you have your Pamela's ready?
Oh no, that's right, but Pablo.
Oh shit.
We go.
Oh shit.
Episode
Oh
59.
shit.
59.
Oh shit.
Are you serious?
Wave your hands in the air.
Oh.
Time to get excited.
Time for John Cena.
Yeah.
You doing that? God damn it. That'd be
I'm having a
Nicest shit ever.
Can't see me. Crap. Hey everybody, this is the TMG Podcast. This is episode 59. It is a Sunday. It's the third week of November. A crap load of games are out. This is a podcast about everything video games. This is Carlos and with me as well.
Hello.
And Miggy.
Hello. Maybe we
Well,
should
that-
start saying the date of the podcast.
The what?
You know, the date. So that
The date's released or the date we do it?
the date we do it, so that when future people come and listen to this awesome show, they'll know and mark it down in history.
Okay,
Or
okay.
we could not.
Should I restart the whole intro again, or am I gonna?
No, this is all going in. It's too late.
Damn it! Well, let me just put on the date since we're talking about it. I'll just mention it anyway. November 23.
23.
Wow, I'm so not
Fuck yeah,
prepared for
what a
this
fight
podcast.
today.
Oh, that's a Actually, we don't have to make it like to make it history. Pacquiao's doing it for us. You know, it's the day Pacquiao fought. Who's that guy?
Algieri.
Algieri.
And killed him.
Yeah, I wasn't watching because I was playing.
Killed that
Destiny.
handsome man.
Man, dude, no, it's
Space.
funny. All my gay workmates are cheering for the other guy because he's handsome. And
Dude,
shit.
my
Oh,
mom was cheering
that's
for
it.
the other guy because he was guapo though. So my dad said, "Oh, sige, you make me libre lunch if he loses."
Ooh. And that happened.
Yes, that
That just
happened.
But guys, don't worry. There's a podcast about everything in video games. No more boxing. It's just
Boxing video games.
I was just playing video games when Pacquiao was fighting. There's no change. I heard some people shouting at one point, and then barking, and then more shouting, and then silent. So I'm assuming it was done. So, but yeah, November. It's the third week of November. A crap load of games are already out. We're talking about a lot of AAA titles already out for all platforms. We're talking about PS4, PS3, PC. Believe it or not, even Wii U. Wii U also has something great that came out this week.
Yep,
So
fantastic.
we're gonna talk about that in a week.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and we're gonna talk about that later in the cast, and we're also gonna be talking about something to do with Valve with the early access because it's not working out as intended apparently. So we're gonna talk about that and also give us our thoughts about it because, well, for me, I just really don't like it, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But first, me and Will have been playing a pretty awesome game. A game that kind of sucked us into its world.
And I have to eat crow here because I was very skeptical about it before the release.
Yes.
If you guys, recall. Well, do you want to mention the game first?
No, we just keep going, actually. No, just kidding. Dragon Age Inquisition, the third game of the Dragon Age franchise from BioWare. It's out. It came out on November 18. I'm playing it on the PS4. Will is playing it on the PC version. And I don't know, in my front, it's awesome. In your front, you're actually being surprised. It's actually
I'm very pleased with it because I was very skeptical before it was released because, well, first of all, BioWare's last two games were not, especially Dragon Age 2 was a bit of a disappointment, and Mass Effect 3, while 99% of that game was incredible. Like, it just destroyed me with the ending there. So, I was very worried that this game would turn out to be, something
Sorry,
they didn't learn their
1%.
lessons or anything. But as it turns out, I'm enjoying it tremendously. The game is, freaking huge. I mean,
Yeah.
people are still in the first area of the game after how many hours of play, right? So, it's good. It's good.
But it's really good, and yeah, I think even when I'm recording this podcast, I actually have the game on. Checking out my game time, it's 24 and like 24 hours and 30 minutes. I'm level 10. Yeah, I'm level 10. And I think I just barely scratched the surface of this main game still. Because I think I pretty much kind of mostly covered like 3 areas. Like, of course, the starting area, which is the hinterlands, actually being a very famous area now because a lot of people are just sticking to this really big beginning area.
It's becoming like the Barrens in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, something like that. And then I went to two other areas, and I kind of explored that a bunch. And that's just only 3 areas. And I already explored, or I actually unlocked already, I think, 3 more areas. I unlocked a desert, something to do with undead, and then this other thing. And I'm not touching it because, I have other things to do. And then I have to also take care of my actual Inquisition, send my men around, and, and then talk to people, talk to my companions, try to get a fling around. There's so much things to do.
There's a lot to do.
And of course, there's also dragons that I want to slay, which I haven't slayed a single one, but apparently there's a lot.
And which is a good thing, considering the game is called Dragon Age.
Well, I think every single game that has come out for Dragon Age so far has a dragon.
No,
has a very an iconic
no, that's
dragon.
true. And every single game that has come out so far in the series has had Age at least one. But it wouldn't be Dragon Age without it, right? So.
Uh-huh. And so far, I think dragons in this game are more defined now in the sense that they're the most vicious creatures you'll ever encounter in the game. Like, so far, if I see a dragon, I'm like, oh my god, where's it? What's gonna go? What's gonna happen? It's the most vicious thing you could ever see when you're just exploring this very open world. It's not really that open world. It's not really open world in the sense like Skyrim or I guess Fallout, like Bethesda-ish open world. It's like segmented open world, where like you have this big map that you can enter, and the hinterland's pretty big. It's just, again, it's huge. It's a huge game. And I think the one thing I liked about this whole Dragon Age game is that if people have played like the previous RPGs, like let's say Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, those really, really old school RPGs, and for those who don't know it, find a way to play it, because those are pretty much the precursors of Dragon Age.
Actually, I find that I think you need to kind of play the older Dragon Age games to really get this one, because they make a lot of references to the lore and not a lot of explanation as to what it's all about. Just to give you an example, the game starts off right talking about a mage Templar war, and if you haven't played the other games, you wouldn't know what a Templar is, right?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know why are they fighting, nothing like that. So,
and I think there's a thing called Dragon Age Keep, and that essentially gives you the ability to set up your game's history. And your history on your playthroughs, technically, what happened during Dragon Age Origins or Dragon Age 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, because I already know the backstory, and when I was checking it out, it kind of made sense to me. The one thing I just don't know yet, I'm not too sure, is if Dragon Age Keep is enough for those who have no idea what's going on. Like, for example, if Miggy goes in and tries out Dragon Age Keep and starts, that little cinematic telling you what's going on, I'm not too sure if that's enough. You know what I mean?
I actually doubt it. I really think it's one of those things where you have to play the game to really understand what's going on in the storyline.
At least Dragon Age Origins, to be honest. Like, I think if you played the first one, I think majority you're pretty much in a good light already.
But they make so many references to part 2 of the events in Kirkwall, which seems to sort of be like the tipping point where this starts, right?
Yeah, but well, that's true. But when it comes to the Dragon Age 2, I like the fact that how they actually implemented like the events of Dragon Age 2. Because I always thought I didn't think it was that significant, and they actually make it significant because Dragon Age 2 it revolves around one city, so it's so hard to actually imagine like you being a very big figure compared to like before in Dragon Age Origins where you're a freaking Grey Warden and you actually just you're tasked to actually revive this lost group or order to kill like this blight, which is only you guys can do it. It's a very big responsibility. Whereas in Dragon Age 2, it's like you're just someone who's just fixing a city.
It's very yeah, exactly. Like Dragon Age 2 was so small scale as compared to Origins, but I recall that they said that was on purpose. Although the big issues with Dragon Age 2 for me were it's not so much the setting, but really the lack of polish, like the fact that they reused dungeons over and over again.
Yeah, that's actually the one thing I kind of because in Dragon Age 2 the combat was one of the problems also for some people.
The combat as well.
Yeah, but I think for me as well, I agree that the recycling of the environment and the stages or even the enemies over and over just to make it feel like a really big game was the biggest problem for me. Because like every time you go to a cave, you'll get the same old damn cave, no matter what. You might just get a crate or 2 crates now to make it different, but it's the same old diagram. And we see that over and over. And technically that whole Dragon Age 2 game is just like within Kirkwall, a city, or outside Kirkwall. And that's it.
Yeah,
that's your game. Yeah. But I like the fact though that in Inquisition, they actually make it more, with all the faults of Dragon Age 2, they still pretty much implemented or pretty much used what they had in Dragon Age 2, the lore and the story, and they wrapped it up so well in Inquisition so that it actually means like it's really important. Like that storyline is actually pretty important, and that's actually a pretty cool feat to the point that okay, it makes sense now. Like adding it in because I was thinking that when I was going in Inquisition, like Origins is the only thing you have to worry about because Dragon Age 2 is just all about a small city. There's not much to do about it. But let's go to the combat though. We're talking about the combat actually is a good mix. For me, it's actually a good mix of Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I played Dragon Age 2 with a controller and going here to Inquisition with the controller again, I can see that the tactical view or like, how PC players would play it, like the tactic like top down and you could pretty much, stop time and order your units and what they'll have to do and everything. It's actually much easier here in the PS4 or in Dragon Age Inquisition. They kind of made it so much easier to the point that I guess somewhat similar to like maybe XCOM, Enemy Unknown, where it just felt right with the controller. It didn't seem like it was like kind of forcing the whole top-down strategy elements.
That's really good to know because like I remember Dragon Age Origins came out on I think PS3 and Xbox 360. It played drastically different. Well, not drastically differently, but it felt clunky in a way.
Yeah. And you go to Dragon Age 2, it being such a fast-paced combat, it just feels like you're playing an action RPG already.
Yeah, and there was quick time events and everything. So I mean, it just felt weird. Like here now, they seem to have gone back a little bit more to the traditional style of Origins, but it still feels much faster paced. So I guess they were able to find a good mix between.
I think they found already a good medium between both. And because everybody was complaining about Dragon Age 2's combat, me I was okay with it, and they kind of toned it down to more of what I actually prefer, which is Origins. So they have a good medium. They actually strike the good balance, and actually aside from that, the combat is actually still pretty much the same. I mean, like what you expect from Origins or like Dragon Age 2. It's like I guess the same old great theme, like where you have a mage, a tank.
And a thief, basically.
Yeah. But I have like so many people playing Dragon Age Inquisition right now, and I ask each and every one of them what their their group setup is. They're all different, which is actually pretty interesting. Because like right now, I'm currently using a sword and broad, my Inquisitor as a two-hander, a mage, and Varric, which is the rogue or the archer. That was my setup. But I have a friend that's rocking two people with two-handed weapons, one sword and broad, and just one mage. I have another one that has 3 mages and 1 tank. And I have another one with 2 rogues, 1 tank, and 1 mage. I mean, it's all different, and it's all different characters that they're using. I like the fact that it's actually very diverse. I remember saying in Dragon Age 2 that I was talking to the same people because we're all fans of the Dragon Age franchise, and it kind of felt like a more stable thing where you have Hawk or Varric and someone else, Hawk, Varric, and something.
Well,
else.
depending on what class your Hawk was, I mean that can differ too, right? Because
but I like the diversity, yeah.
I'm guessing your Hawk was a warrior.
My Hawk, yeah, 2-hand. I just love the 2-hand.
Well, actually, that's the thing. I don't think there was an option for anything else but 2-hand warrior. There was sword and board pala. Yeah, that's correct.
There was sword and board, yeah. So far, in just like in the second game, I'm not too sure in the first game, but each class, which is like the warrior, the rogue, and the mage, they all have like 2 different. No, not the mage, but technically the warrior has 2 varieties, like sword and broad, 2-hand, and then rogue has archer.
Actually, it's down from
or 2.
The warrior used to have 3 in Origins. They had dual wield as one, and then that got removed.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. The rogue and warrior had both
dual wield option.
Yeah, but now the rogues own that. But yeah, the game is really addicting now. I can't really say much about the story because I don't want to spoil it. But I'm 24 hours in. It looks great. I'm not too sure about the PC. It actually looks great. I had a little bit of some FPS drops every now and then, but it doesn't really hinder the experience whatsoever. Is it what's the biggest change you notice in the PC version? Like, or is it just the same? Because I saw a change in controls because it's much easier to actually plan out my guys in tactical view with the controller. In PC, do you think they just they've always hit that perfect control scheme, even back in Origins, that they didn't even bother changing?
Well, it's actually slightly different from the old tactical view that was in Origins, but it essentially works the same way. Origins played, I guess what I should say the current system now is more controller friendly, because the old system was taken basically from Baldur's Gate, where you would pause the game, zoom out, click where you guys want to go, and then unpause it. Here, there's a specific button to enter tactical view, as opposed to just pausing the game and ordering your guys around.
Yeah. I have to hold R2.
Actually, the only real change, it's not so much a change, but one thing that I kind of wish that they had implemented is the inventory management seems a little bit
same, outdated. Actually,
no, it's a little bit, yeah, because the only time you get to see your full inventory is when you're in town, like when you're in the shop, right? Because if you just check your inventory when you're on the field, they only show you your weapons and armor, like stuff you can equip. But like, what if I want to check my junk or like my other stuff, right? I can't do that. I have to go back to town to do that. So. This is my inner gripe.
You can go to inventory, and then there's like a tab for it, I think.
Is there a tab in inventory?
Yeah, because there's a series of tabs, like weapon. When you go to armor, I think is where it is. When you go to armor, you see the stuff. You have to go all the way down. You see valuables and whatnot. Well, that's in the PS4. I'm not too sure. I was able to see it in the inventory.
Maybe there's still more I have to explore, but I do feel the inventory system could have been better.
Yeah. Have you actually tried the multiplayer though?
No, I have not.
I tried it. It's exactly like Mass Effect 3's multiplayers. Whoever has had a good time with Mass Effect 3, you have a good idea of what to expect from Dragon Age Inquisition's multiplayer. And
what does it get you? War assets? Like, I mean, or
you don't get anything. It's just it does not contribute to your single player experience at all.
Okay, because I remember Mass Effect 3 got you war assets.
Yeah, it does. It kind of helps you to the overall effect, the overall war against the Reapers in Mass Effect 3.
And this game sort of has a war assets sort of system also. We didn't even mention that. They actually, because you're part of a thing called the Inquisition, and you're the Inquisitor. You're the leader of this group, and you essentially have an army, and you can actually plot your advisors to focus on specific
tasks within their map of what's the Thedas? I think
Thedas,
yeah. You can actually send your advisors to do specific tasks that would give you rewards in the end, like more power or more equipment or influence. Because if you get more influence, you get more perks for your overall cause, and if you get more, you can also customize your keep, by the way. And because they have a thing called the War Room, and you can just see everything there, and you can start plotting what you want to do, what you want to unlock, and it's actually pretty interesting. And later in the game, there's also a thing called you can actually start capturing keeps. And essentially, it becomes more like you'll see it eventually. It's not really, they've already featured that, they've already mentioned it in trailers, but I've experienced it myself. I've done one keep already. It's just more like a raid, where you break down the gates, you start going through it, you have to go all the way to the top and then raise your flag. So it feels like a gauntlet.
Oh wow.
Where you have,
that's pretty cool.
You get, towards the end, there's a big, pretty badass guy that will pretty much protect the flag. Or the area, and then you beat him, and then once you get that, you have a base of operations already with there's your blacksmith and your whatnot in that area. So that's actually pretty cool. So there's a lot of very small things in this game, in Dragon Age Inquisition. But there's one thing I want to mention that's the worst thing I've ever experienced is the mount in this game.
Oh yeah.
Do not touch the mounts. It's just, I think Skyrim has better mounts, and that's saying a lot already. Because Skyrim's mounts are horrible. Here, it's faster to go around from point A to point B, but it's so clunky. It doesn't feel like you're moving fast.
It is very clunky. I agree with you.
It's
even
horrible.
even when you push, even when you tell the horse to go fast, it doesn't feel like it's moving that fast.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to steer because it seems like he can't steer with him going that fast or whatnot. And the biggest problem with me with the horses is you lose all your companions. Like once you go on the horse, everybody disappears.
They just sort of vanish into thin air. And then
No, they vanish. But when that happens, there's no more banter.
Yeah, that's true. That's one of the great added small things in Dragon Age Inquisition when you're for those who don't know, who have never played Dragon Age, when you're going around when you're just strolling around the game or going through a dungeon, every now and then your companions will just talk to each other. Just casually talk, make some funny tease one another or talk about something serious. But it's actually a good thing to listen to while you're either going from going to point A to point B. Now if you go to the horse, you lose that, and that kind of sucks. There's no point of using the horse. I have DLC for the horse. You have DLC for the horse?
For an armored horse. I didn't use it, but
really?
It's just funny. Yeah.
There's DLC. I didn't know there.
Pre-order. If you pre-order, you get an armored horse. Wait. I wanna say it properly. I never touched it. Traverse the open world of Thedas on your Flames of the Inquisition armored mount. 4DJR, I don't want to say it, but it doesn't matter. I didn't really use it yet. But yeah, Dragon Age Inquisition multiplayer. I can't really say much yet about multiplayer because I only played a couple of matches. Like I said, it's somewhat similar to Mass Effect 3, so you have an idea on what it is. It's kind of boring. I'm not too sure yet. I have to really delve into it because I'm just really focusing all my energy on the single player. But I was kind of already turned off because the first thing I see once I see the overview of multiplayer, it just says they're prestige.
But prestige gets you stuff in your single player, doesn't it?
I don't think so. I don't know. I think you get more shit for your multiplayer. But the last thing I checked
you get more shit for your multiplayer.
The last thing I checked, I said, multiplayer is completely separate. There's nothing there's no gain for your single player at all. Not like in Mass Effect. So prestige, you can go up to level 20, and I guess you go back to I guess similar to Call of Duty. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a co-op game. I don't know about if the Digital Deluxe has extra maps, but I only have 3 maps to play with. And there's 4 difficulty levels, and the difficulty is based on level. So if you're level 1 to 8, you're pretty much just doing the easy mode first. And if you want to do a hard mode, or if you want to go even higher or in line with your level, you go to medium, hard, so on and so forth. because they only have 3 maps, and those 3 maps are like a gauntlet of objectives, which is pretty much kill all enemies. And
Right.
it's funny how they put texting on what your objective is, but in the end it's just the same thing. Just kill this many, just different group of people. So, but I'm gonna delve into it more before I say anything about multiplayer. In Inquisition, shit, man. But this is said to be like as minimum as 60 hours, I think, the single player experience. And if that's true, I'm halfway done. And I'm excited. I'm actually enjoying myself.
I totally get what you're going. I'm enjoying myself. I don't feel rushed. Like, I'm just taking my time.
I'm reading shit. That says a lot.
Actually, I'm not. If there's that part in Orlais where there's just like so many things to read, I just like.
I don't read every single one, but when I see like for example, like the First Blight or something like that, oh, cool, I'll read that. That's interesting. Or like how Templars get their powers. Those are some interesting stuff where I just stop, I get a cup of coffee, and I just start reading. I'm like, oh, cool, this is actually pretty sweet. And that you don't get that a lot in games, so.
Do you find, is there anything you don't like? Like anything you feel like they could have done better?
The mounts. Mounts still. The mounts. And I guess the mounts and probably, no, this is being really nitpicking.
The inventory system.
The inventory system and maybe the modifying or the crafting. Like it's just so simplified. It seems like there's not a real way of like really customizing your weapon. It's just more like, oh, this has higher damage. Okay. There you go. It's better. I guess more choices or something like that. But that's just me nitpicking. But so far, it's just really the mount. Like overall, I'm just having a great time with this game. And even the story is actually pretty interesting compared to
compared to 2, it's so much better.
So much better. And if you want to compare 2 with 3, there's a big gap already. But if you compare 1 and 3, though, I can't say anything yet. Because Dragon Age Origins was really good.
I'm hoping we see a little few more familiar faces as we play the game, because right now there's only.
I saw one. I'm way ahead of you already, and you'll have something you'll meet one person that you might think is actually pretty cool. And most likely, I bet you're gonna mention it next week.
From DA1 or DA2?
2.
From Dragon Age 2, okay.
Yeah.
Really I've already met Varric, so
You met Varric the first time you turned on the PC, the game. Oh, Varric's actually pretty cool. But that's Dragon Age Inquisition. Yeah, it's out now. It's on all platforms.
I'm eating my crow. I'm eating my humble pie. I thought this game would be terrible, but it's actually pretty.
Hey, you never know, man. You haven't finished the game. Like the last BioWare, you were crapping on the ending. That
That's
1%,
true.
That 1% you were crapping on. Like it's funny how 1%.
If the ending is like rainbow colors again, I'm gonna like throw the game in the trash. I swear to God. If it's bloody rainbow color choices again, I'll be like, fuck.
But. Do you feel though? Speaking of Mass Effect, do you actually get the feeling though of the influence of Mass Effect to this Dragon Age? Because you just feel like another Commander.
Mass Effect 2, in a way, yes, because the roster of characters is so much bigger now. You kind of have a home base.
Yeah, you actually have like your own set of clothes when you're in your keep. Like or if, you'll see it later on, but you have a specific clothes just for like when you're roaming around. It's funny.
Yes, but like Mass Effect, basically, there's because in Dragon Age 1 you didn't really have a home base. You had you'd set up camp, that was like wherever you were.
In Dragon Age 1 you had no home. You were just like a refuge.
Home. Exactly. One thing. Here's one nitpicking thing I have to say. I wish they provided a storage chest of some sort.
Yeah.
Because right now, you're limited to 60 items, which I think you can improve
with the Inquisition perks. Yeah,
Inquisition perks. But there's times like me, I like collecting all the unique weapons and just putting them in one thing.
Yeah, actually, that's the only thing that's left in my inventory. Like those unique weapons that are like level 2, but they're purple.
Yeah, exactly.
They just have cool names, so it's just there, wasting my inventory space. No, but I get you. I think just a storage space. Most likely be added in the DLC, so it's fine. But yeah, that's Dragon Age Inquisition. we'll talk. I think. Well, for me, I think I'm going to be talking about that.
This game for a while, actually, because it's big.
For a while, because so far, in terms of the Dragon Age franchise, I'm a huge fan, and so far I've played maybe 2 playthroughs worth at least. Even Dragon Age 2, believe it or not, as much as I didn't quite like it, I still made a second hawk or whatnot. So definitely, I'm definitely, up to this point, I am actually happy with my purchase already. I'd say that, so. And there you go. What about you, Migs? Sorry.
You know,
we're out of Thedas already. You can come back in. It's we're not talking about
Dragon Age anymore.
Yeah. Sorry. Hello?
Ahem. So last Friday, one of the best days in the world.
Why?
Because Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U came out.
Were you able to find the Wii U?
Were you able to buy the game?
So like that entire day, people were going nuts. Like, does Data Blitz have Super Smash Brothers? People kept calling in to the point where some of the clerks were saying, "Sir, alam po namin ngayon yung release date, pero wala pa rin kaming info." And until like I think maybe 6 p.m. when Data Blitz Facebook account announced that they did in fact get a shipment of Super Smash. So everyone starts hunting everywhere. Most of the shops didn't have them until like maybe 8 p.m. or something. And nobody had the bundle with the GameCube adapter and the controller yet. It was just the game. So I went over to Cubao Expo, to the Rumpus Room. Just, play some video games because I spent the whole week editing Cubao Expo.
Oh, okay.
Behind Araneta Coliseum.
Oh wait, no, shout out first. Like you actually, we're done with our ESGS coverage. I mean, Miggy did an amazing job. Was able to release everything in a week.
Yeah, good job, man. That was awesome
and
stuff.
that's like what 24 videos. That's 24 videos of like interviews and montages.
22 interviews, one montage, and then you playing the Oculus Rift.
Yeah, there. Yeah, we literally just covered everything that had to do with local game development, like that one side of ESGS, and all our stuff already out on our YouTube channel, TMG Blog. So go check that out if you sadly missed the event.
There's a playlist, so they should check that out.
But yeah, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to mention that because that's actually pretty awesome. So go. So you're playing video games, and
so I went over there because they had Smash Casuals.
Oh,
because it's I think they have it every Friday, but it just happened to be then the release day. So I went over there, played some Project M a bit. Then somebody comes in with one copy of the game, and everyone just starts screaming. They start rubbing the game case on their dicks and all that.
What?
I'm not even joking, man.
Were you able to play 8 players?
Yes, of course. That was the first game mode they opened. Around 3 hours later, 10 games pa lang. Because I think they ran 2 games at 99 lives max time.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. And there was no GameCube adapter, so they had to stick with whatever was there. So it was, I think, 2 Classic Controller Pros, 1 Wii U gamepad, and then everyone just started bringing out their 3DSs as controllers. And that stuff works surprisingly well.
That's actually pretty cool. Oh man, I don't know. Like for me, the Wii U isn't really doing well here, or even anywhere actually.
It's gonna do well now.
It's gonna do well now.
So many people start buying Wii U's just for this.
Just to see that kind of reaction, just that one game. Like, you don't get that kind of reaction in most games. Like that's very rare to see. And then they're all just trying to find a way to play the game. Like they're dishing out their 3DSs, they're dishing out their Wii U pads, and all of a sudden, that's very interesting.
It's a very good week for Nintendo actually, because I think the Pokemon was released this week as well.
Yeah, Pokemon also came out this week.
What's the name? I'm gonna have a hard time with that name. Omega something.
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, I always have a hard time with that name. That's already out. I think out the same day. I think they, correct me if I'm wrong, November 21 is when Smash.
Yeah.
And that's also with Pokemon. So
Yeah,
the Wii U and the 3DS had something like big coming out.
Yeah, big
Pokemon's
games.
always big, Smash is always big, and Nintendo, along with all the November 18 releases, they're all just, it's huge. This week is actually pretty big in terms of
big
releases. It's a
So
big
much
week.
money gone.
Yeah. So you played it 8 players.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was crazy fun. Like, it's dumb, stupid fun, like in the best way.
Is it enough space for 8 players? I mean, like, or
Yeah,
is there?
they section off a bunch of maps once you enable 8-player mode,
Yeah.
and then you're left with the maps that are huge.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So yeah, and it even in random, so like it'll only pick any of the huge stages. I think we tried everything, even that new giant dumb stage, the Great Cave Offensive, the one based on Kirby, which is I
Okay.
think too big, even in 8-player mode. It looks like a stage of Smash Run if you look at it.
Oh, really? So it's just like pure chaos. Like, it's just like,
Oh yeah, then I know, like they started off syempre no items first, diba? Then like I told them like, yo, maybe you should at least turn the Smash Ball on, and yo, they turned the Smash Ball on. Later, the items were just on in 8-player mode.
I don't know. I like to make it very competitive in Smash Bros. Like, just turn all the items off. But if you just want to have clear fun,
No,
just
dude,
turn on
in
the
8-player mode, the skill goes out the window. Until maybe there's like 3 people left.
Yeah.
As long as there's 8 people on screen, it doesn't matter what you do. You're gonna hit someone.
And okay, so you did 8-player mode. What else did you try out in the Smash Bros? Oh wait, before that, you tried the 3DS. This obviously looks way better than the 3DS.
Oh,
version.
dude, it's gorgeous, man. It's of course
with
even in 8-player
everything's
mode,
going
it's a
on.
solid 60 frames.
With 8
Like,
players,
it doesn't drop at all.
that's awesome. Okay, that's good to know.
And I think I posted this on Facebook, but coming off the 3DS game and playing it on Wii U, even with like a bunch of dudes in the room, you could
Yeah.
hardly see the screen sometimes. It felt like home, because like this is how it's supposed to be played on a big TV.
Yeah, and a big TV with a bunch of friends and just messing. Oh man. Yeah, I'm sorry. Now the fact that Smash is already out and then everybody's having a great time with Smash Brothers, I can understand why this is such a big game for Nintendo and why they're just banking on Nintendo. I mean, on Smash, because now I just want to do the same thing. Because way back when I don't know if it's Brawl or Melee, but I've had so many sessions where my friend from the US, he comes over, and the first thing he does when he calls me, he calls some of my friends, and the first thing he does, we just bring out our controllers and we start playing Smash Brothers. Again, just 4 players, all items, 25 stock, and go. That's
yeah,
it.
that's that's an hour or two.
And we,
gone.
and we do that like every, like my friend always comes here like every year, and every single time without in a heartbeat, when I know he touches down, he contacts me and we just play Smash, no matter what.
It's the kind of game series where even though you don't feel like playing anything, once you do, you're in it.
Yeah.
You're into it hard. For
Or if you just forgot how to play, it
at least
doesn't really
an hour
matter.
or two. Yeah.
Because I remember for 3 years, I only touched the game once. My friend touches here in the Philippines, and every single time it didn't really matter. I'm just playing Smash. I'm having a good time, and that's actually pretty cool.
So yeah,
Go.
like because syempre, diba, off the 3DS, parang like even though it's a great game, people still had their issues. Like either
Okay.
with how it looks, how it feels, or
The
like
controls, yeah.
the size of the screen or anything. Then when you jump into the Wii U version, like nobody had any problems at all. It's like it just feels right. And,
It just fits well in your hands.
So
yeah,
do you? I have a question. Do you unlock anything by when you link your
3DS? No, it's really just a controller.
Oh, okay.
That the only display on the screen, on the top screen, is your character's parang bar with their picture on it and the damage. Then the
Are you
bottom
at
the bottom screen shows like a button that says disconnect from the Wii U. That's just it.
Are you at a disadvantage with the 3DS, or you just have enough buttons for the whole
Oh, like
control scheme?
I guess I'm used to the 3DS now, and it does carry over your custom control scheme
Oh, okay.
straight into the game, so you don't need to like change anything up anymore.
That's good to know.
And, you know, and it seemed to work fine. There was a guy there with a 2DS. He was doing really well then. And, you know, anyone, it doesn't matter what they used as a controller. They played lang. Like, they played with the Pro Controller. It was okay then. It felt nice. Even the gamepad itself, like, felt surprisingly well. And there was no lag when playing on the 3DS and 8 players.
There's no lag.
I think you can connect up to 4 3DSs max. No problem at all.
That's actually pretty
everything
awesome.
was so smooth.
So 4 controllers plus 4
3DSs.
3DSs. Wow.
And like similar to
If you actually think about it, it's actually amazing. Like, if you want to play some Smash, like some high quality Smash, go to a friend's house, bring your 3DS, you're all set. You don't have to worry about
you
controllers.
don't have enough controllers, but just bring out your 3DS.
Yeah, it just dawned on me now, and it's actually wild if you think about
And
it. Like,
imagine like in tournaments and whatnot, where you have your 3DS version and then your Wii U version. You can actually like record the 3DS matches now because they can just link to a Wii U console and have like their grand finals there on the big screen. But then just capture it with a capture device off the Wii U.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Or like if people who have the 3DS version, like they prefer the 3DS over like a GameCube controller, they can just use their 3DS, no problem.
Yeah, that's cool.
How do you find were you able to try the game with the, like, regular Wii U, like the tablet, or?
No, I was
gotta be
not
shit.
able to because like one of the Pro controllers was actually brought in by someone, so he had to leave, and the other one the battery died. We were there, but everyone said that it works more or less the same.
Okay.
Like they were having like you know how when you get a new control style you tend to look down in your hands, like to try to get a grip on the controls.
Yeah.
Nobody was doing that. Like they just got the controller, then boom, they were just in it, and they were all screaming and all that.
And
when it gets to
you
Smash
go, you know these guys.
I met some of them not too long ago.
Oh, okay. So I was just like assuming that you had like this literally just random person, and some random person also like just ran like, I have a game.
Oh, there were some people who were there. I think they were part of the Facebook group and they didn't know anyone else. They just went there. And like they were just telling them, sige, pasok lang kayo, laro lang. Because I guess for the Smash part, since it was like casual Friday, nobody really had to pay. So what they did was, the people that they did know, they got money from them, like 50 pesos each or something, to cover the night.
That's cool.
And like, you could just play as long as you want. We reached to the point where we had to unlock 1 or 2 characters.
That's awesome. If you want to buy a 3DS, seriously.
If you want to buy a Wii U, I think at this point there are enough games on the Wii U to justify a purchase. Especially since
you can say that now? Really?
Especially
I'd say so.
Well,
right now, right now
in Data Blitz, it's 15,000 for a Wii U with a.
Oh yeah, that's the 320 gig or the 32 gig, diba?
That's with new Super Mario Brothers U and Super Luigi U bundled already. So
inside.
That's 2 games plus the Wii U plus the tablet. It's a very good deal.
Oh really? Okay, yeah. Does the Wii U have region lock problems?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Nintendo.
They only sell the US one here.
Yep.
Okay.
Nintendo is notorious for their region locking issues.
Which I think they're gonna fix.
Which they've.
No, that's what Satoru Iwata mentioned, but nothing's final yet.
Yeah.
Nothing's final.
But they've ever since the NES days, they've region locked.
Yeah, they've region locked it.
Yeah, because Okay, go ahead.
For the 3DS, when they say the games are Asian, it's still technically a US copy without the Club Nintendo codes and maybe a few different markings on the back. Region locking is a bitch.
Region locking is always a bitch.
It is.
And it's surprising like Sony's the only one that's kind of
like even the Xbox One is a region lock. Amazing.
Yeah. I had to go through that headache. But that's awesome though. I don't know. So far, everybody's just saying, "Oh my God, Smash is out!" Everybody's just freaking out. And
the Data Blitz has the the game I think for 2-3, and they have the bundle that comes with the GameCube controller and the GameCube adapter for 5,000. The bundles are all sold out.
That's awesome.
in like, it's been how many days pala? 1 weekend. And it's all sold out.
Well, I don't know. Well, did they have how many did you have again? They don't have that much in stock when it comes to
for sure they don't
stuff.
have a lot, but like apparently
Yeah.
in the States they're also selling out super hard. That there's the demand for the adapters is too low. So like there are people already selling it secondhand for like $90.
Nintendo just doesn't know how to fucking support the demand.
That's
Seriously.
fair. Apparently Nintendo did mess up that some bundles did not have the adapter inside. So I don't know.
Really? Wow, that's
Wow.
bad.
Really?
Did they re-release the GameCube controllers just for this?
Yeah,
or-
the GameCube controllers. I think Data Bliss also has them, like just the controller itself.
Aye.
Or 1.8.
Aye. That's not bad.
Yeah, not even Nintendo is selling the adapters by itself. Hopefully they will learn from this and will release them separately, because apparently the demand is really big.
I'm actually curious, like how the Wii U Pro controller works. I'm sure that's fine, also, though.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Maybe if you're just used to the control stick of the GameCube, because it is a little bit smaller with a wider base, I
That's
think.
true. Yeah. That's
I don't like. I'm sure it'll function well, because people play Project M, the Brawl mod,
right.
emulate that on PCs and use like a 360 controller just fine.
I remember you
And
saying
then
that
they play GameCube controllers legit.
I remember you saying that the GameCube controller is actually one of the best controller.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite. It feels great
Yeah.
in the hand. It's light because there's only one rumble motor, and it's sturdy as hell, except for the shitty D-pad.
But for sure, though, I have to agree that when it comes to with Nintendo's controllers, it has to be the GameCube.
Yeah, like I don't play any other
straight up.
Smash Brothers game without it.
Or even just not even without Smash, because like the N64 controller was okay, but I think the GameCube controller was just completely perfect in even any game. And then of course Smash Brothers, you know.
It depends on because it does have a weird button layout, which for the first party Nintendo games it's made for that. But for like other games, it's a bit awkward.
Okay.
But I like the GameCube controller. So it just sucks that it's hard to find here. But I guess since they're selling it now, it's not going to be a problem to stock up.
No, and yeah, Nintendo is producing them again, right?
Yeah,
So-
and apparently they're exactly the same, except with the new Smash Brothers logo on top.
There
And
you
I think
go.
Ori
Yeah.
is also going to release their own set of wireless GameCube controllers.
Of course they
And
will.
who knows, maybe Nintendo will release like a modern wireless GameCube controller.
Oh god, I can't wait. Evo Smash Wii U. That'd be fucking
Yeah.
awesome. I just realized that. God, I did not pay attention to what Smash can do.
I think they're sponsoring Apex, that tournament, whatever event in the States.
Okay.
So Smash Brothers 4 is going to be there.
That's sweet. That is awesome. But yeah, Smash Brothers is already out. You heard it. I think it's a great time to get the Wii U. It's actually in a good price, in a good bundle.
You can actually
And-
see your characters now on screen. Except when you're playing 8-player, you can't see shit there.
And now with the controllers are being you have the controller, the game computer. You actually have a controller. You don't have the standard controller or the gamepad. I mean,
Or I know, like similar to Brawl, where it supported every control scheme available on the Wii. The new Smash Brothers game supports every control scheme on the Wii U. Be it Wiimote, alone, Wiimote Nunchuck, Wiimote plus classic controller, or the wireless classic
Etc.
control, etc. It's everything, except maybe like the gimmick basketball controller nonsense.
There's a basketball controller?
Yes,
Wait, what?
there is. Oh, if only you knew.
I'm curious about this basketball controller now.
and Nintendo was wondering where their money is going.
Basketball controllers. I'm Googling
2009.
it.
You stick your Wiimote in it and then you blow up the basketball. That's it. There's one in like Green Hills that's not being
You
sold.
stick your Wii U in it. Your nunchuck.
It's for the Wiimote. You stick your Wiimote in it and you
And,
inflate the basketball at the end.
and then,
It's like a beach ball. And that's it.
okay.
I think there's a bowling ball one then, pero
The worst one I've seen for the Wii U was that the babysitting mama controller. Have you
when
seen
you
that?
stick the
Wiimote in the doll.
baby's butt
Yeah.
and you have to cradle it and whatnot.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Anyways, that's
You
awesome.
can probably play Smash with that doll.
I am
Right.
looking forward though to trying out Smash on the Wii U at some point. Especially since
Buy it. Buy the game at least. Buy the game at
Buy
least.
the game, yeah.
Get your Bayonetta to a friend. I mean, like, just like, when you get a puppy, you have to get another one just 'cause he might get too lonely. So you have to get it's the same thing.
Like when you buy a baby duck, the baby duck can't be alone, so you need to buy 3 more.
Oh, okay. I was talking about 1 more, but apparently you have something planned. What is your 3 more?
I was talking about baby ducks, yo.
You guys-
I was talking about puppies. Just
You
1
guys
more.
gotta remember, I'm still living in the last generation. I have no, I have no next gen system yet.
No, dude, me either. It's fine.
Hey, you're not missing
Yeah,
out.
but
You're playing the
Never.
latest games anyway. You guys are still playing the latest games. It doesn't
That's
really matter.
true.
You're still updated. You're playing
I-
Dragon
I-
Age.
I-
Miggy's playing Smash Brothers
I-
3DS.
I-
At least one person here has a PS4, so we're good.
My PC is next gen.
We're covered.
We're covered for this year. Like we have
If we
a
need to
month to
review
go.
an Xbox One game, we can just go to Imperium. One last thing I want to mention about Smash Brothers. You know how when somebody wins, the winning character is in the center of the screen doing a
Yeah.
pose, and the other characters are like clapping sarcastically on the side?
Mm.
In 8-player Smash, if you have more than one of the same character and one of them wins, they all do the pose.
All of them. So like,
Yes.
if you have
So-
eight Little Max, it's all the little.
And one of them wins, they all win. They all do the exact same win pose. So like, syempre, I think it was the 3rd match pa lang of the night, and they were doing 8 villagers, 8 King DDDs, 8 Ganondorfs, and then maybe the one Diddy Kong. So like, you just see a row of Ganondorfs doing one pose at the end of the round.
I would like to see like 8 Luigis like doing their win pose.
Doing
When he just
planking?
sort of when he flags. Oh god, that would be freaking
Oh
hilarious.
man, they knew, because it doesn't do that in any other mode. Because if you play it in a regular mode, the losers do the clap.
It's the normal mode. It's just
So it only happens in 8-player Smash. So Nintendo knew. They knew people were
That's
gonna dick around in that mode. It's great.
for sure.
It's literally for fun.
It's amazing.
Wait, speaking of which, did the Mewtwo DLC also come out already?
It's gonna come out in March of next year.
Oh, okay.
March of next year?
Yeah, March of next
It's
year.
like-
But they're still making it.
They're still making Mewtwo.
Like,
Oh,
what
God.
they revealed was like his wireframe.
Yeah, they have to balance him out and everything, and that's not easy.
I thought he had them ready already. Or
Well,
something.
I'm sure they took his old moves and moveset and his animations they have to update it
I
and
think
then.
they're gonna keep most of his moves more or less. Because Lucario is different enough already. Because he was the replacement for Mewtwo before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The
So yeah, the issue with Mewtwo now is that they interviewed Sakurai and he said they're currently not working on any paid DLC at the moment. So people are going nuts and saying, is Mewtwo only going to be available for people who buy both versions of the game, like the 3DS and Wii U, and claim him as Club Nintendo prize? Because I guess for the issue for us here,
It's not everyone gets a Club Nintendo code.
yeah, because the quote-unquote Asian copies of the 3DS version here don't have the Club Nintendo code, so we can't
Why?
register it.
That's just how it is. Like, some don't have them for
Yeah,
whatever
like
reason.
they don't prioritize Club Nintendo here because I don't think they even ship out the rewards outside of America and Canada.
Yeah, it's a little.
So
We're
you
not
know,
special enough. Oh.
You aren't special.
you didn't win.
I didn't get. I don't
So
get
yeah,
that.
You are
that's
not
the issue.
special.
So people are like going nuts, but who knows? They might. It's a bit vague then naman, because like the interviewer didn't ask specifically if it's gonna be made available later on for everyone or parang. Because I'd assume the Club Nintendo people would get Mewtwo early on,
Yeah.
and then if they don't charge for him, I'm hoping they release him free for everyone, like maybe after a month or two. Because I don't think Sakurai is too keen on DLC then as a whole, so, and he said they're not working on any new characters, so it might just be Mewtwo that they're working on. And I'm
No,
guessing He's gonna
Most
come
likely,
cheap.
no matter what, down the line, you'll eventually be able to have the choice to buy Mewtwo.
Yeah, I'm not mad if he's gonna be paid because I'm sure it's gonna be like $5 or something along the line.
Or 15, or 20, I don't know.
Oh, dude, only Arc System Works does that bullshit. Like $10 per character.
Who does that?
Arc System works.
They do that for BlazBlue.
That's true.
$8 to $10
Really?
per character, yeah.
Okay, then I
And
thought
then
I
they
thought it was a
release
joke.
expansion version of the previous game with all the characters. It's like
Scumbag much.
Capcom.
Now that you mention it,
Yeah.
that you mentioned that shit, that's true.
So yeah, and that's the issue. So I'm just waiting for like an update whether they'll address the woes that everyone's having. Because that's not fair if only Club Nintendo people get the one character, diba?
Now, for those who don't know, what is Club Nintendo?
Basically it's like a rewards program by Nintendo.
Yep, that's
you
the
buy-
best way to describe it. Is a
If
rewards
you
program.
they've been doing this since like the GameCube era, I think, or maybe even the Nintendo 64. Where if you buy a Nintendo game, it will usually come with a code you can input on their Club Nintendo website, and it'll give you like virtual points, and like they give out rewards, occasional rewards every so often, and if you qualify in a certain number of points, they can send you a statue of a Nintendo character or something. I think when The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds came out, I think the Club Nintendo bonus was a small treasure chest that when you open it, it makes the "ten-en-en-en" sound, and it can hold one game card inside. So parang
cool.
you'd essentially put your Zelda copy inside, and then when you open it up, it'll make the sound.
Okay, for some reason I want that. I don't know why. It's in the corner of my room.
It looks like a lot of their stuff is like really neat. What they're doing for Smash Brothers is they're going to release both soundtracks of the 3DS and Wii U versions, like on disc. But I don't think they should send out their rewards outside of North America and Canada. So, yeah. Ooh.
I don't know. I think we need more love in the Asian side. I mean, for
Our region
Nintendo.
lock needs to be just fucking removed.
Yeah, region lock needs to be removed. It's just stupid as hell, seriously.
That would be nice then if they shipped outside of the country. But then naman customs here in this country is a super bitch.
Yeah, if
Like,
you want
even-
to, you gotta use an arm and a leg in order to put something
Even
here.
if you get something sent to you for free, they're gonna charge you for it.
You know,
Magkano yung pinayad mo sa item? Wala. Magkano yung item? Then yung customs is gonna ask for half of that.
Yeah,
Because
it's really
taxes.
it's the
Bullshit.
Madame Bola like style, like
Yeah.
whatever.
And if you like feign ignorance, they're just gonna let you off with the charging the holding fee, which is like 100 or 50 pesos, meaning that the tax that they ask for isn't real.
Yep. No, everything. I don't want to go talk about like taxes and processes here in the Philippines because those two don't really exist. Because we kind of know what taxes are for, and we know what processes does. I don't think we know
pay
it.
for taxes when we buy fast food. It's listed on the prices on the boards, diba?
I know.
Like they add the tax to it now, so technically everyone pays taxes here.
Yep.
Even children.
Even children.
Want that Happy Meal? You gotta pay taxes, bitch.
All right, let's stop.
right.
Let's stop bitching about our country for a minute. Let's go straight to video games.
We haven't done our weekly bitch about upload speed yet. I'm just kidding.
I tried to download the 100 MB patch for Dragon Age Inquisition. It took me 2 hours. Fuck. Oh, there. That's our weekly bitch.
You downloaded that on PSN, diba?
Yeah.
Remember
What the fuck?
that issue we had at Will's place when we tried to update the PS Store on PS3?
yeah, it took
Oh,
forever.
yeah.
I remember that.
It took us 2 hours.
Think about that, like 24 MB for 2 hours.
That might be PSN's fault though, so whatever.
It might be, yeah.
Their
But that's our
PlayStation
weekly. That's our weekly PLDT bitching for this episode. If you want more bitching, you can check out the previous episodes or next episode, which I'll most likely talk about.
The Twitter page.
Anyway, moving on. That's our impressions. We're
I don't. Maybe we might be talking about the same thing next week because these are like two games that are actually like it will like suck you in, like Super Smash Brothers, Dragon Age Inquisition, two great games. But speaking of games, though, this is a really an amazing week for I think any platform, be it a PS3, Xbox 360, shit, even the Wii U, because Smash is out. November 18, November 21. Choose your pick. I got Dragon Age Inquisition. Miggy, you didn't get anything. I mean, but you're definitely like all gung ho about Smash at this point. And then Will, you got like a crap load, I think.
I got
because the November 18th FIFA
except for Smash Brothers
and Little Big Planet, I think.
Oh, did you know that somebody recreated the entire Final Fantasy VII on Little Big Planet?
I heard. Yeah, that's amazing.
And
wasn't that
also made Symphony of the Night on Little Big Planet.
Really?
Yes.
It's insane.
Wasn't that Little Big Planet?
That's very impressive, but absolutely insane at the same time.
Yeah, the guy who did FF7 made it in Little Big Planet too, but I think he's going to continue it in 3.
Oh God.
Well,
November 18, I was missing out. Little Big Planet 3, Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PS4 and Xbox One, Far Cry 4 for I think every platform except the Wii U, and Dragon Age Inquisition for every platform except the Wii U. It's the best way to say it really fast, like all platforms.
Except the Wii
U.
Everything except the Wii U.
Because, we can't lie to the audience.
We can't, yeah.
cannot,
But
no.
Super Smash Bros. Only on the Wii U.
Oh, no. For 3DS and 2DS.
Oh. Damn it. For Wii U. Can't be on its own.
I just watched the animated commercial for Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Which came out
And
this
I
week.
totally forgot that they always say for Nintendo 3DS and 2DS. So when the ad came out, I'm like, oh yeah. They still do that. They have to advertise it that way.
Yeah, because even my brother until now, or even my nephew,
Confusing,
yeah, don't worry, you can buy the 2DS game. It will work with your 3DS. They're
The same thing.
It'll work. Where would it work? It's like different names. No, it'll work. Don't worry. And I just shout out, they're both the same. They just have different numbers.
Yes. It's the same shit.
Well, to be fair, everyone is really bad with their namings right now. Like, it either has a number on it or it's just, badly named. Like the Xbox One, when it's the third generation of Xbox.
Yeah, and then we have the PS4, which is pretty much them just...
It's just the PS4.
No, but
just adding one.
That's the most logical one. I mean, they have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, but they're not being creative. I have to give more points to even Xbox to be more creative.
Yeah, but even
or maybe Wii U, because that's really left field, I think. Wii U.
Look at even the game titles, but most of them are either numbered or they're running out of names. Like even Arc System Works is running out of dumb names for their stupid fighting games.
Assassin's Creed is running out of names, man. 3, 4, Unity, and then all of a sudden we'll see 5 again. I mean, every now and then they'll throw a number. They'll throw a number once they forgot. They
After Assassin's Creed Rogue, it's going to be Assassin's Creed Rouge.
Because they didn't have enough females in their 2004 lineup. Oh, awesome. God. But yeah, that's a lot of games in this week, Pokemon Sapphire Ruby, besides a new Pokemon, Super Smash Brothers, all that other November 18 goodness. I don't know if there's anything after that, but
for this month?
Yeah, but I think we're pretty much good. All the way, heading up to next year, if you ask me,
I don't know. I got Kingdom Hearts 2.5 in December.
Oh, you're gonna get that? Okay. Because me, I think
fight the darkness with our hearts and friendship.
Oh God,
bullshit. Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse
with Mickey Mouse
of the world, man.
Of Kingdom Hearts. He's a mouse.
Hearts. I still do not know what happened to that story, or I don't think I want to.
It's too much.
It's too much. It is too much. Oh God, they're making a third? Okay,
Why?
They got to finish off Sora's story. Then they're gonna continue with another character, maybe.
Hopefully someone who's listening to this podcast can at least explain to us why the story is so good. There's gotta be
so amazing stories.
If you
in the Philippines, a lot of people are so excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. And I'm like, oh my god, it's so exciting. I mean, it's going to be a third one. And I just look at him, why are you excited? What is it? What's this?
No,
this
but that's
story?
the thing. Because you don't play it. And people were excited to play it.
I played 1 and 2.
That's the thing. If you don't play it, you're not going to get it talaga. Because I started out the exact same way.
No, but
I got pulled because you have Hercules and, you know, you have Hercules and you have
Hercules was in every Kingdom Hearts game.
Hercules. And Cloud, and you have Cloud, and then you have Mickey Mouse, and, you know, Goofy.
You can't go wrong with
Goofy. He's a knight without a sword.
How can you go wrong with Hercules and Cloud, yo?
Yeah. And Sephiroth being like the...
Sephiroth being a secret boss in every game.
Hercules and Cloud, guys. Hercules and Cloud.
Yeah, I'd pick Hercules over Aladdin. Aladdin has shitty assists.
Oh, don't be like that.
Funny.
It's true.
You know, he has better songs. He has better songs. Oh
man, you know, Hercules had some good songs. He can go the distance.
Nice. Okay.
Kill me now!
Welcome to the Disney cast.
Moving on.
Welcome to Disney World.
I want to move on.
Yo, Star Wars is Disney now. Don't forget.
No, I want to move on. I want to go. I don't want to segue to Disney and then Star Wars.
It's too late now.
No, I can pull ourselves back. Valve. Hello, Valve. Hi. Valve. What is going on? Early access. There's something going
about
with
your feelings.
Early access is going to the dark side. Or no, it is in the dark side.
Yeah,
or
they have cookies
right
here.
Huh?
The dark side has cookies, or so I've heard.
They always have cookies.
So what's going on with Valve?
Valve, for those who don't know, early access is actually more like how do I say it? It's not like a feature. It's more like a program for Valve.
Pledge something.
Like a pledge or something like that, where developers can actually release a game that is still under development, and players or, you know, fan bases can actually pay for the game to help support the development. So you can actually, it's like a twofer where you can pay to support the development and as well play the game and also be like one of those beta testers to like help improve the game. You know what I mean? That's what early access is.
Yeah, it's like Kickstarter, but you get to play something again.
You get to play something buggy and actually, you know,
fall through the floor. It's amazing.
Yeah, so they've had that for quite a while now, and we had a ton of early access games. We had like maybe Wasteland 2, that started off in early access. We had Divinity: Original Sin, which came out as a huge sleeper hit for this year. If you guys are looking for a PC RPG, I highly suggest that one. That was early access from what I remember. And there's a lot of good ones.
A lot, actually, quite a few, really a lot. Like,
yeah,
I can't even come to think of how many good titles have gone through early access already. But, you know, for every good game that's gone through early access, there's been maybe 10 lemons that also go through the same process.
Yeah, because Steam is actually a very big program. It has a very big community, lots of developers setting up their games on and out. It's really big. Early access, so far, only 25% of early access games has been released officially. And you guys might think that 25 may not be that big, but the sheer number of people who are sending like their games out there in early access for people to buy, that's actually a very scary number, meaning that not many developers are actually just using this as a way to develop the game. I mean, like, it's not supposed to be like forever. Like, we have these early access games that are just there for more than a year as early access, and that's not how it should be. And the biggest example I think right now is DayZ. But they're early access. It's been around for quite a while. Valve is not really happy on how early access is going. They're now rolling out new policies for early access because right now it's supposed to come. It's taking so long for these developers to actually make the game to come out to actually get released.
The issue here is that games are either not being released at all, or they're just taking forever to be released, right? Like that's the issue here. Are there any penalties at the moment for these developers who take advantage of early access?
They didn't really put that much information about like if you have penalties, but the 4 guidelines that they've now added that are worth mentioning right now are like for one, for the developers, do not launch in early access if you can afford to develop with very few or no sales. Like if you're gonna develop a game that's like on its just framework, and it's like you can't develop it because it's like there's no like why bother go early access, right?
Right.
The second one is make sure you set expectations properly everywhere you talk about about your game. So I guess the information
that's so vague though. That can be interpreted in so many ways. Like set expectations. Like you could argue that the DayZ guys have set expectations, but they're still taking forever, right?
No, but I think they have to go to that point right where you have to say set expectations because like you have people already putting money into this thing.
Right.
So expectation has to be made because you have now cashed in. I mean, you've already cashed out some dough for this game.
But
so
it's kind of the same risk you take like with Kickstarter. It's in a way it's almost the same thing. You're putting money into a prototype, and you risk the fact that this game may be complete shit, or it can be really good. I think if you pay for early access and the game comes out and it's complete crap, then you really have no right to complain because you get it's a gamble, really. Like at the end of the day, that's what it is. You're gambling that this developer will take your money and do something good with it. I can't say that's entirely the fault of the developer not setting expectations properly,
Or actually, that or you just simply don't make promises, or like that's a big thing. I think you don't make that big of a promise when it comes to those early access because you never know if it's actually going to come out or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
The third one, which is actually pretty interesting, which is the most basic thing. Don't launch in early access without a playable game. So apparently they have games where it's not even playable, and you can actually it's quote unquote
not
early
playable.
It's not even playable. So they have those horror projects that they have to like siphon through when they're going through the whole early access project.
Right.
And the fourth and last one that they want, like it's worth mentioning, is don't launch in early access if you are done with development. Which is funny.
Why would you even launch early access if you're done with development? Is it like a free beta or something, or?
I don't know. I mean, why would someone do that anyway? I mean, what's the best thing out of like doing that? You have a full game, it's all done, you put it in early access.
Yeah. That's
Nothing.
just. Well, I don't get that.
But yeah, they're trying to fix early access right now because they don't think it's doing as well or as expected. Because just like in Kickstarter, even if you pledge, like you mentioned, you pledge on a project and you hope it will succeed.
Right.
And that's the big risk you take. You put money in and you hope that project will come through, and then you'll see the final product, and then you can actually say that, I kind of supported that project and it did well. Same here with early access, and I think they're just seeing a bigger margin of like failures. Because like you paid for early access. Like for example in DayZ, you paid for DayZ. I know, Will, you paid for DayZ already.
Yeah.
You have the early access. And if that team just tanks, they just leave and they just don't do anything about it, then
you're screwed. You can't do anything about it.
I think Valve is seeing a lot more of it now in terms of numbers. They're seeing a lot of those projects happen right now. And now they're changing the policies. They're trying to fix it. Because that's true. Like, I'm sure as much as there's a lot of good developers with a lot of talent trying to make trying to do early access, try to release their game as best as possible. There's also those group of people that just want to find that quick buck no matter what. Because if a game that's half done can garner, 50,000 sales and then just leave, I think it's a good. I think we're good. I think we can leave. Oh, hello.
Yeah, I think I had mic issues a while ago.
Oh, you were gone. I thought. Yeah, we're talking about early access.
Yeah, I was about to say, at least with Kickstarter, if you set your goal and you don't reach it, the money gets sent back to all the people who
Really?
Yeah.
I thought, is there a guarantee of that? Because what if the money's been used up?
No, they don't get the money until they reach their goal at the end of the 30 days. in Kickstarter. So if they don't meet their goal, the money gets sent back to all the people who pledged. Unlike in early access, I'd assume that once you pay, the developer gets it agad. Because I don't think there's like a screening or whatever that goes through with that.
I hope they implement something like that on early access. Because just like in how in like Steam Greenlight, there's a lot of crap games. Like, you remember that the Rock Simulator? Like, it's like
Grass Simulator.
What? No, Rock. Well, Grass. At least Grass, there's some animations that has to be done because of the swaying of the grass. But the Rock Simulator is just a rock. It's just there. I mean, anyway, my point is there's a lot of crap in the Greenlight program. Just like in early access, I'm sure there's a lot of crap there, and so I hope they just find those ways of filtering it, because now it has a really bad reputation. And for me, I've always been my stand with early access. I never bought a single early access game, but I just don't like it because I'm not going to pay for a full product. I mean, for a half-baked product or even like a 20% product. I would love to, test your game, to beta your game, to help improve it. But I'm not going to I'll put my faith on you as a developer and then give you my money already and then test your game and help you out.
Right.
Like that's why I've never liked early access. It's a very easy way to scam people. Because you're telling me you have all complete faith in me just because you have that urge to play the game. I'll just throw my money anyway. And we're now in an era where $60 is very hard to justify, but we have early access, and a lot of people are just throwing it anyway. It's really weird. But you've bought a couple of early access already?
No, one. I've bought
DayZ only, right?
DayZ, that's it. That's the only one I have bought. And I haven't played it in a while. But I'm thinking if I were to go check on it now, it's probably going to be not all that different from when I stopped playing it,
Yeah. What about you, Migs, in terms of early access? It's like, what? Are you in the same boat as me, or like, hello?
Hello?
Skype. I'll have to cut that part out. But yeah, early access, I don't even know if I want to cut that out or not.
What's happening?
Are you there? I think he's there. He has no mic. All he could do was do John Cena on us. I think that's all he could have done. Okay, I'm assuming he's having mic problems, so I'm just gonna move. Yeah. I'm gonna move on.
Hello?
Oh, there. Hi.
Fuck.
I'm not too sure if I want to cut that out anymore.
Just leave the scene aside. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening to you either. Oh my god. Stop with the Cena stuff. And I think that's it. That's it for episode 59. My god, there's a lot this week. If you guys want to check out ESGS just ended. We actually have all the videos up thanks to Miggy. Miggy did an amazing job.
Miggy the man.
All the 24, I mentioned it a while ago, but 20 plus videos are up now. Full coverage. We have a playlist. Go check that out. We have a lot of talented local developers. Pretty awesome stuff. So TMG Blog, that's the YouTube channel. And of course, if you want to check out our previous episodes, go check us out on our website, www.toomuchgaming.net. We have an episode every week, every Tuesday. Do subscribe on iTunes. Do rate, comment, and those stars things. Yeah, do that. And follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and I think that's it. I'm not too sure if I'm missing anything else. Next week is it really next week the awards, or
is it already? I'm not sure.
Or is it December 1, like the not VGX or whatever.
The Game Awards.
The Game Trailers awarding thing. Yeah, I think it's
the Doritos Awards.
The Jeff Keighley Doritos Awards. I think that's the next big thing, and I think we're gonna talk about that next week. I'm like the one of the big. I think we're in a good point now where we can actually talk about like the best games. If you guys agree, like we're at that point already. No.
Yeah.
I think maybe mid-December because stuff.
Oh,
might
mid-December.
come out. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're getting to that point already, and I think I'm already collecting my thoughts on actually what were the best ones, and so we'll see.
I don't know what games I played that came out this year.
You had a couple. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I don't remember which ones. Like, I don't remember enough to fill up 5.
We're not gonna do the whole 5 thing again. We're just gonna talk.
Oh, it doesn't feel right long if it's not top 5. But oh well.
Or top 3, or what? We'll figure it out. We haven't really thought about it, but it's that point of the year already where we have to talk about the best of 2014. If you have any questions, though, comments, or anything regarding the TMG podcast, do email us at thetmgpodcast@gmail.com. You go ahead, you can just send a question or anything like that. And I think that's it. That's episode 59. Thanks for listening in, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
See ya.
Bye.